We can say that most cybersecurity and information security trainings share mutual topics and information, and one of the topics that are shared among all cybersecurity and information security certifications is the definition of confidentiality, integrity, and availability, or the CIA Triad. So let's start by understanding what we mean by security. Security refers to protection. Protection from what? Protection from unauthorized access, protection from the disclosure of sensitive or critical information, alteration of the information processed in the information system, or the destruction of the information. To achieve this objective, or to ensure this protection, we need to have security measures or security controls. Security measures or security controls can be technical or non-technical. Technical security controls could be an antivirus solution, for example, or the firewall that we might use to control our network security. Non-technical controls could include security awareness training. For instance, when I provide my employees with security-related materials and ask them to understand these materials, differentiate between different social engineering attacks, know how to deal with such attacks, identify phishing or spam emails, and what they should do to deal with such threats. This is another kind of security control, which is non-technical. It could be an administrative control, and the goal of this control is to reduce the risk of social engineering attacks. So security controls can be technical, such as firewalls, antivirus software, data leakage prevention solutions, IDS, intrusion detection systems, or IPS, intrusion prevention systems. They can also be non-technical, such as background check processes managed by HR or security awareness training programs. Security measures can also be physical controls. The goal of implementing security measures is to achieve confidentiality, integrity, and availability. What you currently see now on the screen is the ultimate objective of security. The ultimate objective of security is to meet these three definitions. The goal of the security system is to keep secrets confidential, which is what we mean by confidentiality. The goal is also to ensure the data stored or processed within the system is not altered or tampered with, meaning no one can easily bypass the controls and modify the data in an unauthorized way, which defines integrity. The goal of the security system is also to ensure that data systems will be accessible to authorized individuals whenever they need access, by ensuring that we have backup systems, business continuity planning, incident response, and incident management processes to reduce the adverse impact. All of this relates to achieving the concept of availability. By achieving confidentiality, integrity, and availability, the outcome for system users and the public will be security assurance and trust in our system. If we manage a governmental system that maintains user identification, national IDs, social security numbers, and we do not guarantee confidentiality, integrity, and availability for this system, there will be no trust. No one will trust our system. That's why confidentiality, integrity, and availability are what organizations are trying to achieve in their systems. By achieving the CIA Triad, we also prove authenticity, and as an outcome of achieving CIA, we also achieve what is known as non-repudiation. Non-repudiation is another concept that is considered one of the outcomes of having confidentiality, integrity, and availability. If our system has high levels of integrity controls to ensure no unauthorized data access or alteration occurs, our system will have audit trails that can help us identify who committed a particular activity. Non-repudiation ensures that no one can deny their actions on the system. If my system is well configured securely, it should have controls that can detect unauthorized access and trace this access or unauthorized alteration of data to a particular individual. This evidence will be undeniable because it will be clear and serve as ultimate proof that an individual performed a specific activity. Many techniques can help to achieve non-repudiation. Multi-factor authentication supports non-repudiation by ensuring that financial transactions are not processed unless an OTP, one-time password, is entered to approve the transaction. Security assurance or trust will be an outcome of having a strong security system. Authenticity and non-repudiation will also be outcomes. The goal of security professionals is to achieve confidentiality, integrity, and availability. On the other hand, the goal of threat actors and cybercriminals is to achieve threats such as disclosure, alteration, and denial, or in another word, the DIAD triad. Essentially, the CIA triad refers to the objectives of security professionals, the good people, while the opposite triad refers to the objectives of the bad people. In the bad triad, disclosure is the opposite of confidentiality, alteration is the opposite of integrity, and denial is the opposite of availability. By understanding the CIA concept and recognizing that all security objectives revolve around these three terms, we can properly identify and understand our mission in the organization. Whenever you assess the adequacy of a particular security system, your starting point would be to identify the threats that might impact confidentiality, integrity, and availability. You will list these threats and then investigate if there are proper security measures to counter them. So, CIA is not just a theoretical concept. It is a starting point for any security professional to assess various threats and risks and make informed decisions based on this analysis. As a summary for what we covered in this lecture, the objective of security is to protect information or systems from unauthorized access, disclosure, alteration, or destruction. Security measures, including physical and technical safeguards, are implemented to mitigate risks and ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability (CIA) of information and systems. The CIA triad represents the security objectives of confidentiality, restricting access to authorized individuals, integrity, protecting against unauthorized modifications, and availability, ensuring data is accessible to authorized users. Implementing CIA controls helps establish trust in the information system, ensures authenticity, and enables non-repudiation, preventing denial of actions performed on the system. Hackers aim to compromise the confidentiality, integrity, or availability of information and systems. Activities such as disclosure, alteration, and denial of service impact the objectives of information security. The CIA triad guides information security professionals in implementing appropriate controls to achieve security objectives. I hope that was clear for you, and see you in the next lecture.